What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Edwina and this is Versicolor Closet, where we love all things colorful. In today's video, I am excited to share with you guys my new hairstyle. As you could see, I got rid of the big chunky jumbo twist, which I really enjoyed the past month. Now that it's a new month, it's time to experience something new. So I found this style on Instagram. I'll insert the inspiration picture right here. And once I saw it, I sent it to my stylist and she confirmed that she could do it. And we got started. So now I'm going to break down all of the pros, the cons, and all of the specs, what hair I used and all of that, how long it took. So if that's something you're interested in, then keep on watching. This particular style of braiding is called Fulani braids. I am not too familiar with the details of what that actually means, but I would typically just call this cornrows. But whatever you call it, I'm here for it. I really like the style so far. I've had it in for about a week and so far so good. So here are the details. My stylist used 3 packs of Expressions hair. Each pack has 3 little bundles in it. Let me tell you something, nowadays they don't put any hair in these packages, so better be safe than sorry and get more hair than you think you might need, because you do not want to be in the middle of your hairstyle in the middle of the night and not have enough hair to finish the style. Okay, so we ended up getting 3 different packs that have these 3 bundles, and out of the 3 packs we use 2 full packs, and in the 3rd pack we only use 2 bundles, so basically 8 bundles out of the 9 that we had. Each pack cost $5.99, so basically $6, and I got 3 of them, so about $18 or so, which is not bad at all for hair. The color that I got is 1B 350. There are some brands that would put like a letter or something in front of the 1B, so you might have T 1B 350. So the 1B is the black that you get on top, and then it kind of ombres into this really pretty color. I really want to call it a honey brown, but to me it's more goldish. I don't really know how to describe it, but I am absolutely in love with this color. It is so beautiful, and I love the fact that these type of hair, they're already pre-stretched, so you don't have to worry about the ends. The particular ones that I purchased came in 58 inches. I also saw that they had a 72-inch options in stores, so depending on how long you want it to be, that's really up to you. The 58-inch reaches like the small of my back, but my stylist also fed in some extra strands, so you could make the 58-inch longer if you needed it to be. Other than that, I have no issues with the hair itself. As you guys know, this is synthetic hair, it's Kanekalon. I mean, they're pretty much all the same. I use the Expressions brand because that's what my beauty supply store had, but if you have something else, if you find something else, as long as it's feathered, I highly recommend. Now for the prepping, because I already had a protective style on, of course it's gonna take a while for me to do the takedown and wash my hair, deep condition, trim, and do all the things that a good stylist would know to do. So thankfully my stylist is a professional, she knows what she's doing. So it took us about 2 hours to wash, detangle, and prep the hair for the next style. That also includes blow drying. She blow dries my hair on really low heat so that we're not applying heat to my hair consistently and damaging the hair. So that was that. She did all her conditioning and all of that stuff. Listen, I can do all of those things, but I don't like doing any of that, so I'd rather pay for somebody who actually knows what they're doing to do it for me. So we basically started at 3 in the afternoon, and the whole hair washing and prepping process was until 5, so that took about 2 hours. So at 5 o'clock we started braiding, and I really thought we would be done by like 11 p.m. The lies. This was about 9 hours of braiding. We were completely done around like 2:15 in the morning, and then it took some extra time to dip the hair in hot water to make sure that the ends wouldn't unravel. So it's a really long process. Some people may hesitate to do these type of hairstyles because they tend to be kind of harsh on your edges, but what I do like about this particular one is the fact that the braiding starts in the center of your head and then it comes to the front. So because of that, there's no there isn't much pulling that's happening right at the edge, except for this side. But even then, my stylist was really gentle. I had no headache, I had no issues sleeping, I didn't have to take a pill. I know sometimes people have to take a pill to alleviate the pain, but I think the variable here is your stylist. So I recommend going to people that actually are licensed, that know what they're doing, because otherwise you might risk your edges in the name of having a nice hairstyle. It's not worth it. We want our edges, so definitely be mindful of that. Now let's talk about the pros and the cons. What would I consider a pro? I love the fact that I have easy access to my scalp. I mentioned that in a previous video. I use the Argan Oil Cream of Nature Strength and Shine Leave-In Conditioner, and this thing, I swear by it. It's $5.99 at my beauty supply store. It usually parts where you could see the liquid and the conditioner, so you have to shake it really well. But I basically just open it even when I'm on the go, and I just spray my scalp and don't even have to, I don't have to do too much. It makes it super easy because I have access to my scalp, and then you can take your time and rub it in. I'm not gonna do that right now. But yeah, that part makes it super easy to keep your hair moisturized, because you don't want to only moisturize your hair at takedown, right? So you want to make sure the whole time you're wearing your protective styles, if you want it to actually be protecting your hair, you have to be taking care of your scalp. So the fact that I can easily have access to my scalp to moisturize it is definitely a pro for me. I also like the fact that this hairstyle doesn't require too much maintenance. You basically can get up and go. It's a matter of putting a bonnet on, or if you want, you could put a silk or satin scarf on when you're going to bed at night and you wake up in the morning. You literally can just go. If you're really into baby hairs, then you can take the time to like brush your baby hairs in place. I'm not really into that. I would put some edge control, whatever, but I'm not really into baby hair, so that's that. I also love the fact that it's not bulky when you're sleeping. There are some hairstyles that you have that it's so big, so when you're sleeping you could probably feel some weight on your neck or whatever, but this one, super lightweight, no complaints when it comes to sleeping. Another thing with it not being bulky is the fact that you can easily wear hats. I'm excited to actually be able to wear this hat with this hairstyle without any issues, because I'm one of those people that really love big hair. So when I have these big like afro type of styles, there is no way to put a hat on. So now is the time that I'm gonna bring out all my hats and just rock them for the spring season. Another pro is that the hair itself is super affordable. So if you're on a budget, this would be quite an affordable style. But when it comes to affordable, I'm talking about the hair itself. The styling part is most likely going to be pricey because of the fact that this is one of those styles that takes quite a while. So depending on where you reside, you're gonna have a variety of pricing. So I'm not gonna tell you how much mine costs, but just be mindful that this might be more than what you would pay, let's say, for crochet braids, for example. When it comes to the cons, the first thing that I can think of course, is the time that it takes to install. Like, I'm a crochet braids type of girl because 2 hours tops, I'm done. Once your cornrows are in, crochet braids takes you like an hour to install. So that's what I'm used to. That's my go-to. I love doing it. But when you do want to change it up, I guess you have to sacrifice some time. But the beauty of it is that you sacrifice the time one time and then your hair is done for like a month, So depending on how long you want to keep it, I try not to keep my hair in for more than 4 weeks so that I can make sure I'm washing and, taking good care of my hair. Because of the direction that the braids are braided in, you can't really do too much to it. With my previous hairstyle, when you have like loose braids, you're able to do a top knot, you can do buns, you can do, half up, half down. Like, there's so much you could do. But with this type of hair, there are some styles that you could do with it, but it's just not as versatile as loose braids. And lastly, the only other con that I can think of is the fact that the first day that I had it in, I kind of wrapped the hair before going to bed, and then once I woke up it was like wrinkled, like it had like unwanted curls in it. But that's an easy fix, because whenever you dip them in hot water, then it would straighten again. So if you do want to curl it, you could put rollers in the ends and then dip that in hot water, so it would actually stay put. So like I mentioned, I finished doing my hair around 2:30 in the morning, so my stylist did wet the ends, so I think that might have something to do with it. I went to bed with the ends of it already wet, and then I had it wrapped up, so that kind of made it stay in that wavy state. So, which again, like I said, is not a big deal. If I want it to be straightened, you basically just you basically just bunch the whole thing together and you dip it in a cup of hot water, you leave it there for a few seconds, and then you just dry it out. It might be easier if you have someone else helping you with that process, but other than that, there are not many cons to this hairstyle. I really do love it. So I'm gonna actually turn around and show you guys the details of the design, because like I said, there's so many different ways to do it. There's so many different designs that you could do. So the inspiration that we were following had a similar pattern, so that's kind of what we followed. But other than that, you can be as creative as you want, and you can do them as big or as small as you want. I feel like this is like the perfect size. I wouldn't want them smaller because that would just be doing too much. And I feel like with this type of braids, you don't want to do it too big either, because it just wouldn't look right. So this is what the back looks like. And for the length, this is how far down the hair is. There is a first row in the back, and then there is a second row, and then there is the third row here, but this only ends in the center, which then is where the rest of the front kind of ends, right here on this side. I hope that makes sense. I am going to try to style this hair in a few different ways, so I'll do less talking and more showing for this second half of the video. Of course, the very first way you can wear this style is to just leave it down. It's really, it's really effortless. You don't really have to do too much. I also like the fact that the swoop comes down this way, so I don't have to worry too much about it covering my eyes and me having to move it out of the way. So these planes. The next style I would say that I can think of is to put it in a low bun. Of course, this is super simple. Like if you're going to work or if you're going to the gym and you definitely don't want all that hair just flying around, you could totally put it in a bun like that. The other option is to wrap that bun into a knot. So I'm going to show you guys how that looks.
When the hair is really long and there's a lot of braids and you're trying to make sure that your bun is neat, the easiest way to do this is to split it in half and then actually twist each half individually and wrap them around, as you could see. So I am twisting and pinning with a hairpin, and then I'm gonna continue and do the same thing with the second half of the hair that's left. So you continue twisting in the same direction and then just wrap it around. It's kind of difficult to do it without a mirror, so you guys will see some strands that are left poking out because I can't see in the back of my head, obviously. But if you're doing this at home, you can use two mirrors, one facing the other, so that you can see the back of your head. But in the end, I really like this. I think this is really perfect, like if you're going to something formal while you have braids on, a nice updo that's not gonna take you long to do. And yeah, it really helps to keep the hair out of the way. And I love how the ombre effect is really showing up in the back. That 1B 350 color is really everything. The next style is really simple. It's basically splitting the hair in half and doing half up and half down. I mean, I'm sure everybody knows how to do this. The only thing is, for the purpose of this video, I didn't wrap the hair around the rubber band, but if you're trying to hide the rubber band, you can just use a couple strands, to just wrap it around. That way it covers the rubber band and keeps everything looking more uniform. But this is super simple, something easy to go to work in. This next style option is basically a more elevated ponytail. You section the hair in 3 different parts, and you are using the left and the right sections and basically crisscrossing them underneath the middle section. I hope that makes sense. As you could see, you could slow down the video if that helps, but I'm basically just wrapping the ends around and tucking them underneath to secure it. I am using a couple of bobby pins to secure the bun, and there are some loose pieces, as you could see here, that I am going to use more bobby pins to just pin them down and make sure that they stay in place. this is a super simple style. I think that this would work great if you're wearing braids to a wedding, or maybe you're just going to work and want your hair to not look basic. So yeah, I really like how this turned out, and as I mentioned before, I am obsessed with this color. I just think that when you wrap around the ends, it allows you to see more of the ombre in the ends, and I'm just adjusting the front, and that's it.
So that's all, you guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. If there is any particular hairstyle that you guys would like me to try, definitely let me know. I am naturally a creature of habit and like to stick to what I know, but like I mentioned in a previous video, I do want to push myself a little more and try different styles that I've never tried before. So if you guys find any ideas that you would like to recommend to me, send it to me and I'll be your guinea pig. Okay, so I'm down to trying all of the different styles so that I can continue to have like a compilation of videos that will be in my beauty and hair playlist. So if you guys are looking for inspo on how to style your hair, then that would be a central place where you can always find some inspiration. So thank you again for being here. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and let the YouTube algorithm know that this is the type of video that you like to see. Also, don't forget to comment down below. Let me know what you enjoyed from this video or what you'd like to see more of. And I will see you next time in another one. Bye, guys.